friends, how you doing? Lately I've been doing quite a bit of self-reflecting as per usual, and there's lots of... You get to do that when you're on mat leave. You have a lot of free time. I realized that for some reason I'm attracted to like mental instability, and I don't know what's up with that. When I look at like the guys in my history and who I've been with and shit that I've been through, it's like craziness, some of it, and definitely some mental instability and mental issues going on there. But why do I put myself towards that? Why am I drawn to that? I was watching The Dark Tourist on Netflix, and this guy goes on a tour with all these women who are drawn to this tour to go see the Jeffrey Dahmer tour in Milwaukee, I believe it was. And like, I didn't know there was such a huge following for that, and that's so fucked up. And they're like, I don't know, it's like women just want to fix dudes. They want to fix broken dudes. It's like, come here, I'll fix you with my vagina and all will be fine. And maybe that's an ego thing, because maybe women think that's going to be enough to fix a guy. Well, clearly it's not. Like, people need counseling and they need to talk it out with somebody. It's not all about pussy, which I'm sure is probably counseling for quite a bit. But there's like sex addicts too, isn't that right? So man, too much of anything is not a good thing. All things in moderation, even the clam chowder. Yeah, I said that to my husband the other night. I'm like, let me fix you with my vagina. So I was watching Nikki Glaser on Theo Von's podcast. I've watched a few of her stand-ups before, and she's pretty funny. And when I saw her with that interview, I liked her even more because she just seemed very real, very uncandid. It's like, you know what, yeah, you could ask her anything and that's it. She would give you the truth because she is who she is. I really like to see that in people because that quality is kind of rare these days. When you meet somebody face to face, there's a lot of that small chat, and you don't know like how much you can open up to them, and because you don't know what their like take on it is gonna be about whatever it is that you're talking about. I like her perspective because she was talking about how she wants to be wanted. Like, she wants, like, when she's with a man or like with a dude, like, you know, they're about to get it on or whatever, she wants like to hear how much he wants her. And yeah, that's hot. That's a turn. I think everybody wants that, or every woman at least wants that. And you know what? My husband and I have been together 14 years now. It's crazy. Caught me when I was a young spring chicken. He definitely makes me feel wanted. And I think that's probably one of the key things to having a long-lasting relationship. Guys, make your woman feel wanted. Let her know how much she makes you hard. Don't do it in public or somewhere that will embarrass her. If you are out, like, whisper it in her ear and do it so that, you know, nobody else would hear, but still kind of maybe put that in her head for later. Don't come back to me if you get slapped for that one. Not every bitch is the same, all right? Definitely, Sean lets me know like how much he can't control himself when he's around me, and that's hot. I love that. Oh, and that's another thing. They were talking about like how someone have like fantasize about like being murdered and shit, and get these rape fantasies. That's pretty fucked up. Like, I personally don't have that. I don't know what's going on in someone's head when they want the threat of death while they're getting off. Those two don't tie with me, but there's like, I don't know, there's certain situations that trigger certain receptors in your brain for people, and it's different for everybody. So whatever turns one person on could be fucking scary as shit for someone else, right? So yeah, I'll link that podcast below where they're talking about those a few interesting topics. There is definitely something sexy about being dominated, being held down, and it is a turn on for sure. While you know deep down that you're in a safe place, not to use that fucking gay ass expression, safe place. I mean, like, you're physically not gonna get teabagged to death, and you're gonna survive the sexual experience. Yeah, there's some element to that, but I don't like to go the overboard. I don't want bruises and shit after the fact. Although, might as well say it now. Although I do have bruises on my thighs from my man holding me there, but it's not like he's like tying me down. I just bruise easily, so he's just like hold my legs for support. I was thinking about the nut play. It's kind of ironic. My man calls me a squirrel because he says I have tiny hands and I nibble nuts. But anyway, it's kind of ironic because he doesn't let me play with his nuts. He's like, you're too sensitive. He doesn't let me Doesn't let me explore down there. But what can I say? Mama needs her honey bunches of oats. I think actually this is the first episode, I'm pretty sure. Notice the artwork. 1, 2, 3 beautiful pieces. Link something up down below to the artist, Jody. Actually, my husband, way before we got married, back in the day, we used to play World of Warcraft, and that's where my husband met her and her husband, Tony. And so we just became friends on Facebook, all of us, and yeah, they're actually down in Texas, and she sent us that artwork a few years back. Don't mind my fucking garbage can. My, garbage can. Ah ha ha. You know what, that's one of the biggest insults I've heard for a vagina or a woman, calling her a cum dumpster. When I first heard that, I was like, that is so fucking demeaning. It was one of those things that shocks you into reality. Who started doing that? I think, who was that? Dane Cook, who started to calling this a shocker. And then you start seeing that on guys' cars. It's like, wow. Okay, thanks for advertising that you just finger my asshole and my pussy at the same time. I really appreciate that. I don't know why I went from like a guy's voice to impersonating a chick. Because usually my chick voices are like this. So I should have been like, thank you for letting all of us women know that you would finger our pussies and our assholes at the same time. I'm glad that I don't have to do the whole single scene right now. I think if for some fucking reason I would be so lost as to what to do in the whole dating scene. The thought of it just stresses me out. Sean and I talked about that too. He'd be lost too. We don't know. We've known each other's bodies for 14 years. But I can guarantee I probably wouldn't play by the rules. Because I don't know what the rules are. So I don't quite get the whole fucking fantasy murder. The whole 50 Shades of Grey series my sister got into. I know quite a few women who I know of who got into it. Me personally, no. I didn't get into it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I need to read it or watch the movies to get it, but I'm just not that interested. To me, if I want to see something fucking sexy, I'm gonna go watch porn. I'm not ashamed to say it. Yeah, I'll watch porn. I think most girls should. I don't know if this is an issue now between young couples or what, but I remember it being an issue before where some women didn't like their guys watching porn. Girls, what are you doing? All you're doing is hindering yourselves. It's a learning experience for these guys, okay? A lot of guys are visual learners. Let them fucking get their educational download and fucking bring it home to you. That's another key of why we're going for 14 years. He's still surprising me with new shit. Are you kidding me? If I fucking got pissed off at him watching porn, it'd be the fucking same old routine. Every time. Who the fuck wants that? Nobody. You gotta switch it up, yo. You gotta switch it up. It's key advice from Mama Baker right there for you. Yep, I'm a mama. You're a mama, Jenny. Yes, I'm a mama. I named him Forrest after his daddy. Yes, we named you named him Forrest after his daddy. The audience gets that. You're implying, hey, Forrest, you're the dad. But don't play mind games with this guy. You know he's a little bit slow. Just give it to him straight. Be like, Forrest, listen up. You're the dad. That's why I called you here. I'm sorry it took so long, but you fucking ran forever. Come, dude, come home. Not that he knew. If he knew he had a kid, he probably would have stayed. That's why he should have had a cell phone. But they weren't existing back then, back when that story took place. My husband thought that was based on a documentary. He thought it was a real guy because bubblegum shrimp is a real thing. So he thought that Forrest Gump was real. Oh, baby, no. Just like Theo Von thought Joe Dirt was a real story as well. I love that. I love that fucking pure innocence in some people when you don't expect it. It's great. But yeah, Jenny, playing mind games with me, Jenny. Is he my baby or not, Jenny? I thought I pulled out that night, Jenny. You said you were on the pill, Jenny. Are you trying to daddy trap me, Jenny? Did you give me AIDS, Jenny? I'm sick, Forrest. They don't know what it is. It's called too much dick, Jenny. Sharing those heroin needles, Jenny. Okay, I'll stop. I just caught myself in a very unpleasant view there, which I'm sure if you backtrack a bit, you'll catch me going. This is not very pleasant. Sean and I do that, well, I do it to him quite often. Hey, baby. And I'll talk to my son like that too, just to trip him out. So I said, clean up your fucking Legos. Well, it's okay. I'll usually leave out the F-bomb. But it's all in good fun. Man, you gotta give your kids a sense of humor. Please, give your kids a fucking sense of humor. And I know it's not something like you can give your kids a sense of humor. You can't give them a personality trait. But don't hinder them when they're expressing something. I think that's probably how you can, kind of shape them in the right direction. So when my kid's bent over talking with his asshole, I just know it's because I showed him Ace Ventura. So yeah, it's my own fucking fault. So we laugh at it. And I teach him, okay, those are home jokes. Don't do that at school or you're gonna get in trouble. I let him know how the system is. Like, there's certain things you can do in certain places. And you just gotta be careful with that. Please don't create uptight asshole douchebag kids. Let them be funny and laugh at them. And make them say please and thank you. Manners go a long way. That's what my mom said. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. Mama said, mama said, mama said. There was an episode. For some reason, Sean and I we were talking about that song, and I sang it, and then we watched an episode of Adventure Time, and that came up. One of the banana guards sang it, and we're like, what? That was so crazy that I just sang that like the other day. I love when little moments like that pop up, and that's a really cute show to watch with your kids, and it's pretty, a little bit far out, and deep thinkers. We're on that writing staff, I'm thinking. Another one that we started watching around the same time is called Regular Show with Mordecai and Rigby, which we love. I miss Napster. I made friends because of Orgy, Blue Monday, off of some chick who lived in the States somewhere. I can't remember where. But we started chatting because we like the same music, and I just thought that it was a cool environment and one of the first kinds of sharing networks that was out there. It's just too bad. It was just in the infancy. They didn't know how to do it in like a legit way to stay afloat. And then fucking some angry drummers from some certain metal bands like to speak out and throw a fit because he's not rich enough. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, I won't get all worked up about the Napster situation right now. When Napster was on my desktop, what was next to your Napster logo? ICQ. A little bit later, MSN Messenger. Oh, Yahoo web browser? That was way before Google. Don't think Google was around yet. I remember my teacher, Mr. Booker, first telling me about Google. And he's like, Google's the best. It's going to be the next big thing. And fucking, he was right. He was right. This dude looked like Colonel Sanders. He was my computer fucking programming class teacher. And he looked like Colonel Sanders. He had that tie with the two strings. What are they called? And he wore the cowboy boots. And I don't remember if he had spurs or not, but he definitely jingled when he walked. That's one of the classrooms in my high school where they had the double doors. So it was all rows of computers, doors at the front and back. He would walk out the front. We would hear him walk about 5 steps to the other door. If I could peek around in the classroom to see if anybody was being out of line or talking about him so he could bust him. And he tried to bust us a couple times. And he did, because a couple kids were fucking idiots and weren't listening. But me and my friends would just laugh at him and watch him do this. Thinking that he's going to outsmart us. But you know what? He did outsmart some of the stupider kids. So I guess it did kind of work. But yeah, he's the first one who ever heard talk about Google. And he was right. I wonder if that dude's still alive. Or I wonder if he invested in Google and he's like a millionaire kicking it in his KFC mansion right now. He's got double doors all over so he can spy on his servants and see if they're talking about him or stealing from him. Oh, he's entertained for years. If he was an early investor. So I'm wondering if women who are into those types of books like 50 Shades of Grey and all those like romance sex novels and shit, are they watching porn as well, or are they just into those types of books? I don't know. For me, as far as I know, with my sister, I don't know if she watches porn too, but I know in the past when we were younger, when it came to, it was okay and normal for boys to masturbate, but it was gross and weird for girls to masturbate, is what, like, she told me, and the vibe that, like, just our society had at the time, growing up in the 90s, right? So, I don't know if that still stands, if that's kind of the general mentality for those types of fans. Are they just too pent up? Don't read about it. I don't know. If I'm gonna, okay, to me, reading it is a fucking delicacy of time that I just don't have. And not as a mom with a 1-year-old, a 5-year-old, a fucking husband, and a house to clean up after. I'm working part-time. I got other shit on the go as I'm going, and I don't know. I just don't, I should make time to read. But when I do get time to read, it's a pleasure and it's like a treat. So I don't feel like I'm going to waste it on that. If I want to, I don't know, I would read like a documentary or something more kind of enlightening or educational to my mind. I like a lot of hearing other people's experiences, because I think that's definitely key for growing and learning, is through experiences. And if you can get, this life in this world is, this world's so big and this life isn't that long for everybody. And so if you can learn through experiences that other people have had, you've kind of have a leg up, you know? It's like, okay, great. So you got that lesson. Whatever it is. I'm not going to give an example right now because there's so many things that it could apply to. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, yes, of course, you need to get out and have your own experiences to learn from that and grow. But it is, I think it is definitely helpful to try and learn from other people's mistakes as well, so you don't have to go through that same bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. Like becoming a groupie and be like, oh, well, you know, why doesn't anybody love me? Maybe because you sucked 20 dicks in a row and nobody respects you anymore. I don't know. Shit like that, okay? So I could look at these groupies from the 80s and be like, oh, you know, when I was a kid, I really looked up to, you know, those girls because I thought they were cool. They got to hang out with the band and look at the clothes they're wearing. Then I realized, oh, okay, they probably got gangbanged by, like, just the fucking roadies, not even the band themselves. Like, what kind of life is that? So, no. So try to learn from other people's mistakes as well as your own. Fucking Spatula City. Spatula City. Oh, another one, Spatula City. That's from Stay Tuned with, what's his name? John Ritter. Oh, the late, great John Ritter. He's so funny. Yeah, he seemed like a genuinely good guy. I would be very surprised if some fucking Me Too issues came out about John Ritter. Maybe, I don't know. Do you think any Me Too issues have come out about dead people? Or are people, like, not bothering with them because they can't get any money out of them? I don't know. No, people don't get money out of the Me Too issues. I'd say, if anything, they just get, like, publicity. I don't know. Some people are probably after that. Some people, I'm sure, are just genuine and trying to come out and expose somebody for the monsters that they are. For those people who are true and truly innocent and, like, the victimized, like, yeah, that sucks. I feel for you. That's shit. But then there's definitely people, there's jumping on the bandwagon and just to have their 15 minutes of fame, even if it means throwing someone else under the cart. I'm so glad Chris Hardwick was cleared of all that bullshit, and he's back. Part of me is like, I'm a little surprised he took his job back. I'd be hesitant. I'd be like, fuck you guys. You turned on me and fired me at the drop of a hat like that without even waiting or, you know, at least put me on suspension while investigations go on or some shit. But no, corporations will just straight up drop these guys, and I don't know if, I think people need to understand there's a big responsibility. If you're gonna fucking Me Too somebody, you're destroying their lives. That's it. Like, make sure what you're doing is legit and just, and if that person really does deserve that or not. Some of them do. I'm sure some of them do. Don't think I'm sitting here fucking defending these monstrous men who are like fucking raping and taking advantage of women. No, that's terrible. But nonetheless, there's a yin and a yang to every fucking thing, isn't there? There's men who are taking advantage of women, and women are outing them, which is great. There's women taking advantage of men in this situation and trying to out these men with lies and bullshit. And it just fucking sucks. Enough with the fucking teams. I don't want to be team woman against team man. Can't we just be team people? I know that sounds like super fucking hippie and gay and whatever, but whatever. It's true, can't we? It's like when a white person says about racism, oh, but we're all pink on the inside. You know, it's true. But I think that's kind of overplayed, and I've heard that some people get irritated by that. We all bleed red, brother. Actually, our blood is blue until it hits oxygen, in which it oxidizes and then turns red. I don't know if oxidizes is the right word. I just said it because it sounds smart. I hate this glare on my glasses. I apologize. Half the time you can't even see my eyeballs. There we go. One thing that's been a little bit on my mind lately that I've been wanting to do that I'm gonna actually officially right now add to my bucket list. Glass blowing. I bought this little piece a few weeks back. Look at that. It's an adorable little pumpkin. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, I don't know. I just think it's awesome that they can make this. It's fucking amazing, right? So I put it up here on my windowsill so the light shines through. Like quirky little things like that. One of my most memorable presents I've ever received was this lamp I got from my stepbrother, Mike. Sorry, my brother, Mike. He's like, you don't have to say step. Again, another person saying, don't say step. I don't mean it as an insult, I'm just being specific. When we were kids, he got me this lamp. It's a little pig sleeping like this, and the back and his bum is this shade, and it's a light, and it lit up, and it was like this orangey color. It was amazing. I used it until the light bulb burnt out. That was one of those presents that always stuck with me. And he's like, something that was weird. I saw that and I'm like, this is weird. Katie would love it. And I'm like, I love it. I did. So anything that's fucking weird and odd like that, sign me up. I remember when I was a kid and hearing other kids make fun of other kids, and one of them being is like, oh, you're gonna grow up to be like a garbage man or something along those lines. And just hearing the fact of like a garbage man being a demeaning job. I could think about that for a minute. Okay, dude's up early, goes to work every day, does a job. He's doing heavy work, so, you know, he's building his muscles. He's outside every day, he's getting a tan. And he's not fucking sitting on his ass on the couch while you're working, bringing in all the bills. He's doing some of his part. So who the fuck gives a shit what job he has as long as he's doing a job, right? Gotta get to work and make that money. I'm just so fucking sad. I fucking hate money. Elon Musk, can you please make us some replicators so we don't have to do this fucking currency bullshit no more? Thank you. TIA, thanks in advance. We'd all like super appreciate it. I think it's time I show my son Clueless, the movie, because he's gotta know what bitches were like when I was a kid. We all wish we were rich enough to have a closet like Cher's. God damn. Pick out your outfit first on a computer and just blippity bloppity boop, it fucking matches it up for you. Spins it around in your closet and delivers it. Yeah, sign me up. I don't know why she dressed like she was working in a lawyer's office. Well, because daddy was a lawyer. That's why. It's like, bitch, you're in high school. You're 17. Don't need a business suit in 17. Unless they're going to be fucking the principal later. See, I don't mind. Okay, this is the thing when it comes to, we're going back to porn now. I don't mind when there's themes in porn, but it's got to be decent ones. Okay, I don't mind the whole principal student one. Okay, I can get past that. But not when it's, okay, first of all, totally anti fucking kiddie porn. If I'm scrolling through and I'm like, that body doesn't look fully developed, what the fuck? It's like, keep going, turns me off. And so that's fucked up. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But also, what fucks me up is when it says, like, fucking mom and son, or fucking dad and stepdaughter, or some shit like that. It's so creepy. And Sean's like, well, It's not really, you know, they're not really related. It's just some people want to have that fantasy and that magic. That does the opposite for me. I'm like, I would have watched it because it looked pretty fucking hot, but it ruined it for me with that title and that description. God. And we're seeing a lot of that. Can we stop doing that, please? Can we just get past that bad? Thanks. TIA. Oh my god. When I first saw them, I'm like, who the fuck's Tia? Why is everyone like tagging this Tia, but they're not really tagging her? Tia. Oh, so one of my best friends, Mr. Jeffrey Allen Morschfelder, I'm giving you a shout out. I met him back in grade 1. Had to have been fall. We were playing outside at recess, and this boy came up to us, and he wanted to play with us, and we played Rain Around the Rosie, him and I. And we've been friends ever since. He's moving off to Yukon, the Great White North, for reals. Craziness. He's going there for a job. He's got a great job opportunity, and he needs to fucking shake things up. So, congrats, man. I'm super excited for him. We were friends all throughout elementary school, into high school. Here's the rough part. Grade 10. I'm sprouting. You know how it is. 15 years old, you are fucking ready. So I get my first real serious boyfriend. We start having sex. He starts getting crazy, and I realize, oh, this is my first boyfriend, first fucking mental issues, as I talked about before. Anyway, he was jealous about every single guy who I spoke to. So my friendship with Jeff unfortunately kind of deteriorated at that moment because I was stupid, I was young. I chose my boyfriend at the time over my friendship with him. I know! What a fucking cunt I was, right? Well, whatever. I'm 32 right now. I was 15 then. I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. Him and I are okay now. So, go through that bullshit with that first boyfriend. I apologize to Jeffrey. We slowly kind of heal up throughout high school. After high school, he came out of the closet. And I thought to myself, God damn, that would have been helpful back when I was with Brian. I could have just said he's gay, and for sure it was a fact, and he wouldn't have had a problem to be so issue. But no, that wasn't the problem. Jeff had to come out. He was out on his own time, and that douchebag I was dating, fucking, him and I had our own lessons to learn from that relationship. It made me stronger, made me not fucking put up with anyone bullshit like that anymore. And, hopefully he'll learn not to treat anybody like that anymore. So, not my lesson. And instead of talking about fucking lessons, who knows? Are we here to learn lessons? Is this a classroom? Who knows? I guess we'll find out when the clock strikes for each of us, eh? What the fucking meaning is of all this, or if there's nothing. I don't know. I don't think there's nothing. I've fucking seen things. I've heard things. I've smelt things. I've felt things. Oh yes, I am writing a book about all of my ghostly adventures. Ooh. Yeah, so I don't want to get into like all my personal stories about that because they're written down in my book. So I'm going to put that out there. Eventually one day, another thing for the bucket list. What else was on my bucket list in my lifetime? Skydiving, I talked about that. I achieved that. I worked for a magazine. I achieved that. I traveled for work. I achieved that. Cool, cool, cool. I got a husband, I got a kids, achieved that. Holy shit, I did pretty fucking good. How come sometimes I feel like I'm fucking not doing anything with my life? Maybe because I just have that drive where I just want to keep fucking going. In high school, my one friend, Katie Lever, she told me, you're always on the go, like you're always in a rush. And at the time, I kind of was taken aback and I was a little bit offended, but I'm like, maybe she meant it as a good thing. But now I see it, it is what it is, and it's true, and it's just, it was, because I was young and I was hungry and I had thirst for life. And you just fucking want to take it all in and learn about everything. And then you get a bit older and a bit tired. And it's like, oh, there's bills to pay. Oh, there's fucking adult bullshit I gotta deal with. Like trying to convince my husband to get a vasectomy. Oh, snippity snip. Snippity snip snip snap. Yeah, we thought that'd be easier because I don't want to pump my body full of birth control pills anymore. I did that for too long, and to be quite honest, like, I don't know what they're putting in now. And they put it The government could be putting anything in my body, and I'm just like, okay, pop it in every day. Condoms, okay. So we do the good old pull-out method, but we just want to be safer, you know? A little bit of a guaranteed would be nice. So we'll see how that works out. I wonder what the healing time is on that. Thank you so much for watching Dish It Out. Really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.